Yesterday, Nintendo set the internet alive when they announced that there will be 3 new Pokemon games coming out for the Nintendo Switch this year, plus a new one coming out in 2019, so I just wanted to talk about that. So yeah, last night, Nintendo set the internet ablaze by announcing 3 new Pokemon games that are coming out this year, as well as a game that will be coming out in 2019 that they say is a core RPG Pokemon game. But I want to start off right now by talking about those 3 first games that they announced, and the first one being Pokemon Quest. Now, Pokemon Quest is a free-to-download game for the Nintendo Switch that can be downloaded right now on the eShop, and it will be coming over to mobile phones later in late June. Pokemon Quest is an RPG-style game. It features cubed Pokemon in their graphic style, and they're called Pokexel, and I think that's how you say it, but that's what they are called, and they're located on a cube island called Tumblecube. And basically, I played this for a bit last night, and I actually had a decent amount of fun with it. And basically what it is you start off with a starter Pokemon, and you go on these expeditions and you're fighting other Pokemon, but you don't actually control the Pokemon that you have. The Pokemon that you have actually goes automatically to all of the different Pokemon on that island that you're currently on and attacks them, and then you can select what kind of attacks you do with that cube Pokemon. So for example, I started off with Pikachu, and he had his basic electric attacks that he does, and you could choose between 2 of his attacks, or you could just let him attack automatically. And once the enemies come in waves, so each expedition will have different waves, and once you get to the end of the expedition, there will be a much stronger Pokemon than the previous waves that you have to fight off. And when you kill these Pokemon, you get loot. And the point is to go through these expeditions, get as much loot as you can, and this loot comes in the form of Power Stones, which you can attach to your Pokemon to increase their attack power or their health, or just customize it in any way you want that Power Stone gives the ability for that Pokemon. And you're also collecting food, and what you do with these food is you have a home base and you can cook at your home base, and when you have enough mixture of different types of food, you create a meal that will attract other Pokemon to your home base, which will then become a part of your team. And then you can eventually go on expeditions with 3 Pokemon, taking on greater and greater challenges. And that's pretty much the entire point of the game. It is kind of addicting. I did play it for a little while last night. It is definitely a simple game. It is definitely a game that will work great on your mobile phone. So if you're interested in that, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I mean, it is free to play. And I also read that there are a lot of microtransactions that will be coming to it, so I don't know how the longevity of this game will work or how good it will be if you decide to just continuously grind and grind and grind to increase your Pokemon's power and to get more and more loot. But that's what it is, a very simple game where you go on different expeditions to collect loot and to upgrade your Pokemon and to attract and to find other Pokemon to join your team. And like I said, this game will also be coming to the mobile phones at the end of June, so if you don't have the Nintendo Switch, you will be able to play it on your phone as well. Now, they talked about Pokemon Quest, and everyone was like, oh my god, is that all they're announcing with us? We were waiting all of this time for a new Pokemon game, and they're just going to be showing us this mobile phone game on the Nintendo Switch. But that was far from what actually happened. We got a lot more than we thought we were going to be getting. They then went on to announce the 2 new Pokemon games coming to the Nintendo Switch on November 16th, 2018, and they are exactly what the leaks were a couple of weeks ago. They will be called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. The games are basically remakes or different takes on Pokemon Yellow for the Game Boy Color. It will take place in Kanto, the original Pokemon region, and it will only include the original 151 Pokemon. Now, depending on which version you decide to buy, the Pokemon, either Eevee or Pikachu, will be following you throughout the game like Pikachu did in Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy Color. The game is highly influenced by Pokemon Go, as players will be using a single Joycon to travel around the region and use the motion controls to throw Pokeballs to catch Pokemon, and they're using the very similar motion that you use in Pokemon Go when you're out in the wild. And it's interesting because you're just going to be traveling around. There won't be any random encounters with Pokemon battles. You will be able to see every single Pokemon on the map in the game, and you will be able to go to those Pokemon and try to catch them. Now, what else is interesting about this is that there will be multiplayer. There will be couch co-op. So basically, if you are playing and you have a friend that wants to play with you, they can just grab the other Joy-Con, and if they shake it, they will show up right in the game with you. You will also be able to battle other players online, so there is that multiplayer aspect to the game. And it will also link up to your Pokemon Go app on your phone. So any Pokemon that you caught on Pokemon Go, you can transfer via Bluetooth over to Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. So you won't be losing out on Pokemon that you find when you're out in the wild with your phone. They also show off a Pokeball shaped controller. Basically, it is just a Pokeball that has a joystick as like the middle button to open up the Pokeball. And you can use this to travel around in the game, as well as you can take a Pokemon that you've caught within Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee and bring it with you wherever you go. And if you take it out and you rub it or you move it around, it will make the noises of the Pokemon that you've brought with you, which looks pretty cool. Just as a piece itself, it looks really interesting. Now, to be completely honest with you, when I first saw this game, I wasn't very impressed at all. The graphic style is very old. It pretty much looks like a up-res 3DS Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch, which was not what I was looking for with the new Pokemon game coming up for the Nintendo Switch. I also wanted a very deep RPG for the Nintendo Switch, but they did say that they are bringing a core RPG game in 2019, so I am not that disappointed about this. But these games themselves didn't get me too excited. They seem kind of boring to me, something that I don't know if I would want to play. But then when I started playing Pokemon Quest last night, and I thought to myself, it's going to be sort of similar in the terms of depth to this. I think it'll probably be deeper than that, but it'll be similar in the terms, it won't be as deep as a core RPG Pokemon game, that I may actually enjoy these. I'm not over the moon excited about them. I will probably check them out. I will definitely check out gameplay and people playing them before I decide to purchase it or check out reviews. And it will get people excited who don't want that in-depth gameplay for Pokemon. They want a game they can just pick up to play because they love the characters and they love the simplicity of it. Now, this is going to sell like crazy, obviously. Nintendo is genius releasing these two games in November of 2018 ahead of that core Pokemon RPG game, because it will just get way more Nintendo Switches into the hands of people, especially it'll be holidays, and the install base is just going to be crazy. They may reach that 20 million units shipped that they were aiming for in 2018 because of this game. And after they announced this game, the stocks of Nintendo surged, and I mean, why not? This game is gonna sell like hotcakes, and we all know it. And especially with that Pokeball Plus, like that's gonna go sell like crazy as well. So, like I said, I'm not crazy over the moon excited for these two games. I am interested to see more of them, and I will definitely probably be checking them out once they are finally released. Now, as I've said a couple times through this video, they did announce that the core RPG Pokemon game will be coming in the second half of 2019, and that got me pretty excited. I am really looking forward to this more than any of these games, other games that they announced that are coming out in 2018. And what I really want from this core RPG Pokemon game, to be completely honest, is just an overhaul of the graphics, a lot better graphics than the 3DS graphics, because I'm not someone who bases games off of graphics. I know that you don't need good graphics to have good games, but it's just we've seen the same thing over and over and over again for so many years now. I would love to see just a complete, brand new, beautiful look to the game with high-res graphics and just really make it shine. And maybe some upgrades to the battle system and a little bit more deeper elements to the RPG elements to these Pokemon games. That's really all I'm looking for. They also said that they're bringing Pokemon from the Alola region into this game, as well as there will be new Pokemon for this core RPG game in the second half of 2019. So yeah, that was all of the hype yesterday about the Pokemon stuff. 4 games in total they announced that we are getting, and I'm just, if you like Pokemon, there isn't a better time to be alive, because you're just going to be overwhelmed with Pokemon stuff over the next 2 years, and it's really great for that. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below about these Pokemon games, specifically Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Are you interested in these games? Will you be picking them up, and are you excited for what's to come in the future for that core RPG Pokemon game in 2019? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.